Hi everyone, and welcome to Planned Parenthood Hudson Peconic's Outvote training. Today, we are going to talk about the newest relational organizing tool, how to set it up, and how you can get started contacting your friends and family to get involved. Outvote can be used in a web browser on your computer, but for today, we are going to talk specifically about the app. First, you will need to download Outvote from your app store. Once you do that, you will open the app like you can see here on my screen, and type in the campaign code. For Planned Parenthood Hudson Peconic, this campaign code is 488073. That will give you access to Planned Parenthood Hudson Peconic's page. Now, the great thing about Outvote is that you can also access other organizations' actions. So if you are interested in getting involved in another organization, you can add their code in later and create yourself a customized feed. But for now, we are going to just talk about Planned Parenthood Hudson Peconic. So once you do that, you're going to click Start. This will enter you into our system, and it'll ask you for your zip code. This allows us to track where our activists are coming from and make sure they are in our regions. So for this purpose, I'm going to put 11767, which is the location on Long Island. You will then be asked for your first name, last name, and phone number. These details will allow us to track your progress and make sure we acknowledge you for the great work that you are doing. These details stay with us, and we will not share them with anyone else. You'll then be asked to create your own account. So you might have an account if you've taken action with another organization before, but if you don't, this is the place where you can log in. So you can sync it with your Facebook account, which is great for what we're going to talk about later, which is you can share these great actions with your Facebook page, or you can just sync it with your email. So for right now, I'm going to create an account with my email. So you'll put that in, and you're going to want to use an email that you use often, because we will be communicating with you about upcoming actions and some resources to that email address. And then you'll sign up. So this will be the account that you can use on both your app and on the web browser. So make sure it's something that you can remember and that you can log into easily. Then you will be in our campaign. So as you can see here, you are added directly into the home page. Here you will see our featured actions and the latest actions we have been asking people to take. You will click on whatever action you are interested in. So let's look at the make sure your friends and family are registered to vote option. So this is a great campaign that we're doing right now to check in with our friends and family, make sure they know how to register to vote, make sure they are checking their voter registration status, and that they're all set for the next election to come up. So if you are seeing this campaign and you're interested in taking part in it, you will click the Start button right here in the bottom left-hand corner. And this will share with you our data security policy. So the good thing to know is that anyone that you message through this app, their contact information is not shared with the organization. So don't feel like you're signing them up for a list. They're gonna get unnecessary information. They are just going to be contacted through you. We do not have that information, and they will only be contacted when you select to contact them. So you will click Continue. And this is just syncing my contacts, so this might take a few seconds. And now here you can see all of my contacts on my phone. So as you scroll through, you can see that some people have icons attached to their name. These icons, you can find the definitions for them in the filters up above. You can see if they're registered for a certain status. You can see if they're registered for a party. You can see what state they're registered in. And that can help you gear your outreach, but it is important to note that if their name in your phone does not match the name that is in the voter registration file, those will not come up. So just because some of these people do not have any symbols next to their name, it doesn't mean that they're not registered to vote. Their name just might be a little bit different in the system. So you can select as many people as you would like to contact, but for right now, I am going to contact Lauren LaMagna. So many of you know Lauren, who is our public affairs manager. So in order to contact Lauren, I'm going to click this little checkbox next to her name, and I can click more than one person at a time, but we're just going to start with her. And then you'll click Get Started. So it'll give you a preview of the message that it is looking to send. So once you look at the message, you're like, yes, that is awesome. You'll click Send. So this will not automatically send it, but it will pop it up into your Messages app on your phone, and then you send it directly here. So I'm going to click Send and send that along to Lauren. And it says, great, your message was sent. The next step is to report back. So we want to be able to track how many good interactions you're having. So like I said before, we can't see that I just texted Lauren, but we can see based on your report if Lauren is now going to check her voter registration status, if she's going to text a friend. So we do want to get that information. So if I'm going to go fill out my report, I'm going to click on Lauren right here. And in the bottom left-hand corner, I can see fill out report. Here gives you all the options that are associated with this account. So if Lauren said, hey, I'm not at all interested in getting this information, I'll toggle do not call. If Lauren is like, I love Planned Parenthood and I love everything you're doing, you can click strong supporter. And if Lauren says, this is awesome, I am now going to contact 3 of my friends, and my friends' names are Susan, Allie, and Steve, you can add their names right in there. So we can keep that information steady, and if we reach out to Lauren again and say, hey, how did your outreach go? We have that information there. And then your last step will be to send that over to the campaign. So all of this stays in your app. We do not have access to your individual text messages, but you can see here that you can see that you sent that message to Lauren. You will also be able to see any unread messages that people send back to you, and any friends that you have contacted in the past. So if you go back and want to do another great campaign, but can't remember who you contacted last time, you can see that there. So the great thing about this is there's always going to be new campaigns. Like I said, you can add other organizations' campaigns. You can share these messages on social media if you're not comfortable contacting your friends directly. You can see you can share it to Twitter, Facebook, and Facebook Messenger. So there's a lot of options, and we will be sending you various campaigns that we are posting on here so that you can stay up to date and really include your friends in this process. So if you have any questions about Outvote at all, please contact us at publicaffairs@pphp.org.